A very good afternoon to all of you. I welcome all of you to this program orientation of Bachelor of Business Administration online course of School of Online Education, Bharatiya Vidyapit University, Pune. First, the protocol. In case you have any questions during the presentation, you are requested to raise your hand. You can see the raise hand feature under the participant, or you can put a message in the chat window. I am looking at the chat window. You can put a message on the chat window and I will address your question. First, we will go to the presentation. Then we'll come to the detailed question and answer section where everybody will be given the opportunity to ask their question. Fair? Great. So I'm humbled. I'll introduce myself. I'm Professor Suresh Kadam, your program coordinator for BBA program. I'm the one who will make sure all of you graduate after 3 years. So let's go to this orientation and understand all the nitty-gritties about what you have to face in this 2 years of BBA online program at Bharati Vidyapit. Anytime you have any question, as I said, put it on the chat window or raise your hand and we'll address that. Coming to the objectives of the program and what is the program and what are its objectives. First, the program is Bachelor's of Business Administration and it's a full-time 3-year program offered by Bharati Vidyapit Pune. The objectives of this program, when we conceptualized this program and got an approval from it from the UGC, these were the objectives we wished to achieve in this program. To provide students with an in-depth knowledge of management and business concepts. Second, to provide students with a firm foundation in both theoretical and practical concepts and applications to meet the various needs of business organizations at a global level. To prepare students for responsibilities and career opportunities with corporations and entrepreneurs. To attain this objective, the course is structured in such a way that we at the end reach this objective. Let us see what is the structure of your program. The total credits for the BBA program is 128. Every subject has a credit. It is a credit-based system for grading. It's a 3-year course and you will have 6 semesters in this course. The semester-wise credits are as under. First semester 20 credits, second semester 20 credits. Then you have third semester which is 24, fourth as 22, fifth as 22, sixth as 20. Overall credits 128. You will also have a project at the end of 4th semester for which you will have to submit the project report in the 5th semester. Let me go through each semester in brief and I'll take you about the program. The first semester has 5 subjects and 1 an open course. The subjects are Business English, which is communication. If you see, this is a 2-credit course. It's a 2-credit course. UE stands for University Exam. IA stands for Internal Assessment. For 5 courses, you have University Exam of 70 marks, internal assessment of 30 marks, total 100 marks assessment for 5 subjects. The 6th subject is an open course. What do you mean by open course? You have a choice to select any one of these 3 courses. We have Community Work 1, Waste Management, and Career and Life Skills. And this entire course would be assessed for internal assessment. So entire 50 marks would be an internal assessment. So this is how your semester 1 will look like. 20 credits, 550 marks and 5 core courses and 1 open course. You have to choose. The SEM 2 will have 5 courses similar to what we have in semester 1, then an open course which you have to choose, and you have the university and internal assessment as specified. We will start with business statistics, principles of management, macroeconomics, management accounting, and environmental science in the 2nd semester. Then we move to the 3rd semester, which is of highest credits. If you will see, it's of 24 credits. You have 6 courses, out of which computer applications for business is a 2-credit course. All other courses, 4 courses are of 4 credits. And you have an open course to choose from, which is Community Work 3, Startup Management, Agro-tourism, which would be assessed on internal assessment. Semester 3 would be a 650 mark semester with 6 courses and 1 open course. I hope I am clear on this part. Then we move to the 4th semester, which is of 550 marks, 22 credits. You have 6 subjects. Harshad has raised his hand. Host, can you unmute Harshad? Yes, Harshad, please.
Hello, sir. Can you just elaborate what these credits are and how it is been? What is the exact? You just elaborate this credit.
Okay, so let's good. Thank you for your question, and let's elaborate what a credit means. Normally, in a CBCS system, which is credit-based grading system, you get credits for hours you put into course, and a 4 credit course will have, let's say, 40 hours of student engagement through various sources. So credit-based system is mostly based on how many hours you have to put in, and that defines how big or small the course would be. A 4 hours credit would require, let's say, 40 hours of student engagement. 2 hours, maybe 20 hours of student engagement. It can be through various ways: assignments, lectures, class discussions, presentations. So that is how the thumb rule is. So for you to understand, Harshad, the 4 credit course is bigger than a 2 credit course. One, the higher you score in a 4 credit course is better for your CGPA, because the credits matter. The credits are multiplied by your grade points, and that gives us how a cumulative CGPA is calculated. So it's a CGPA based system of grading, and credits normally means how much hours you have to put in for that course. It's 4 credits means thumb rule is 40 hours of student engagement. I hope I have cleared that particular point. You can message me on the chat window if I am not. Good. I hope I have cleared this point at least. So a good question, and to give more clarity, yes, it's a 4 credit course. Business law is a 4 credit. HRM is a 4 credit. We have business research is a 4 credit, and some of the subjects are 2 credit. As I said, you have an university exam and an internal assessment.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Karan, please go ahead.
Actually, मैंने थोड़ा लेट ज्वाइन किया, तो सर थोड़ा सा बता देंगे कि अब
That won't be possible. I will take private question. I cannot go back in presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And sir, I have a question. सर मैंने पहले BBA IP यूनिवर्सिटी से किया था in 2008 and 11 बैच. थर्ड सेम में मैंने छोड़ दिया था, वो कंप्लीट नहीं किया था उसे. So as I started working.
We'll take such questions after the presentation. Huh? We have enough time. We have enough time. So
okay.
Okay. Anything you feel you're not understanding in the slide, I'm okay to clarify. All other questions I will take.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. As I said, structure of the program, the 4th semester, we have cleared the 4th semester, how it looks like. 5th semester on similar grounds, only it has a project work as a component. As I said, it has a project work as a component, something like your summer internship type. So after 4th semester, you do this project work, and 5th semester, you submit your report and it will be graded. Going ahead with the last semester of your course, you have 5 subjects and 1 open course, and total credits are 20, and it is 550 in terms of marks. So in all, you have 128 credits to obtain. Now coming to scheme of examination. How does examination happen and how is their assessment? The courses all which you will take will have an internal assessment and an university exam component. Internal assessment, IA, which was there, which is 30%, will be evaluated as assignment, case study analysis. Mostly we'll use analysis, and for class participation we'll use case study analysis and maybe forum discussions as well. University exam will be a physical proctored online exam at test center. Exam will have objective and subjective questions. You will have to go to a test center from where you have to give the university exam. It would be online, and it will have mostly objective questions, which we call as MCQ based questions, and some amount of subjective questions. Students are required to score 40% marks to clear internal assessment and UE separate. If the learner fails in internal assessment, the learner passes in the course provided she obtains a minimum of 25% marks in internal assessment, and a GPA for the course is at least 50% or 6. I hope that point is very clear to all of you. A student who fails in university exam in a course has to reappear only at university exam as a backlog candidate. If the student fails in a course at internal assessment, she has to reappear only at internal assessment as a back. Very simple, straightforward scheme of examination. I hope it is clear. Going ahead in this, at the end of semester 4, each student shall undertake project in an industry of 50 days. For 50 days, student is required to prepare a detailed project report. The project will be assessed for 100 marks. Viva examination would be 70 marks. Viva means orals, if somebody wants to know it better way. An internship report would be of 30 marks. That is how your project would be assessed. I have Yash Doshi raising his hand. Can host unmute Yash Doshi if he has questions on scheme of examination?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Yash. Go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to ask that is examination will be held once in a year?
No, it would be held once in a semester.
Okay.
Twice in a year.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. There is one more participant who has raised hand. Yeah. You can unmute him.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Ankit Kavat. I would like to formally know, like, semester exam would be like half-yearly based, or it's like any period slot or any month duration, like when they will be conducted. That is first question. And second question is about this project, which was referred like we need to work in project in an industry for 50 days. Is it purely towards our background experience industry, or you will be choosing as an industry where we need to submit a project?
No. So that the choice of industry remains with the student. They may be choosing their own industry in this. If some of you are already working with something and you're doing, that's okay with us. That's not an issue. Choice of industry would be yours. We would wish to you to take an industry choice which suits your career path ahead. That is just a guideline and not the compulsion. Coming back to your first question, which said about university exam, I didn't get it entirely. Can you repeat that question, please?
Yes, university exam, do we have any particular slots, like when these examinations will be conducted, or any a fixed slot or something which is planned every yearly, or it would be just given in an advance of 1 month or 2 months of notice period for examination?
Ideally, a broad slot would be given in advance, and actual dates maybe in 1 month advance. So let's say I have given a broad slot for your SEM 1 also, which would be in second half of January. This is a broad slot. Actual dates, we will be planning to have your exams mostly on weekends, but that is not commitment, a plan, so that if in case you're employed and you find it difficult, you would able to get the exam. But yes, actual dates would be available at least a month in advance. Yes, you're right. We will be giving a broad block of which when the exams will be conducted initially in the semester.
Perfect, sir. I got my answer.
Thank you very much. I would continue with my presentation now. Grading system as it comes here. Grading system. You have to score minimum 40 marks in your internal and 40% I would say in internal, as well as 40% in your university exam to clear the subject. So less than 40 marks gets a D grade. Or above that, you get C, B. I'm not going into it. Between 100 to 80 marks, you get an O grade. The performance in university exam and internal assessment is combined together when your grades are computed. I hope that is very clear. Then for each semester, the semester grade point average, SGPA, and a cumulative grade point average will be computed. Cumulative grade point average number goes on increasing or goes on computation till the end of your course, and that CGPA finally decides the award of the degree. So your degree will be awarded based on your final CGPA, what has been computed. If your CGPA is below 5, you fail. Anything above that, you have grades as satisfactory, average, good, very good, excellent, and outstanding. It's a 10-point CGPA. Final results would be in terms of letter grade only and is based on the CGPA of all the courses studied at. very simple and clear. KTKT rules, just to make you clear, a student is allowed to carry any number of backlog subjects up to semester 4. A student must pass semester 1 and semester 2 to appear for semester 5. I hope this is not of any use to you, but just to mention. This is the timeline I am planning for your July 2020 batch. Unfortunately, due to Corona, things have been shifted a bit. The shifting is majorly due to the guidelines which we received from UGC, which has extended the academic calendar for this particular year for all courses, including online and offline courses. This is what we want to do. We have our own printing press for printing of books. So hard copy of the books to be received by the students by August 15. I believe admission team would have spoken to you and your addresses being confirmed. Soon we will start sending your books. We would also mail you when your books have been dispatched. Access to Swayam portal to be provided by August 30, 2020. So this is the platform through which you are required to access all the courses and the content of the courses. This platform is mandated by UGC. And as I said, this is an UGC approved course, only course which gives you an MBA degree. So this portal itself is a simple platform through which you can access the content of the course, you can give your quizzes, you can submit your assignments, and you can look through the videos. Swayam orientation, we plan in the first week of September. We'll plan in batches because your batch may be of big size. Online sessions along with other study material will be uploaded on the Swayam platform as per the schedule, mostly on weekend. But once it is uploaded, it is available for you to see across the duration of the course at your own. So this is related to online video content, module-based content. I believe the soft copy of the course material for SEM 1 is already with you. You can see it as a module-based approach, and we will be uploading content module on module. Live class discussion on the subject, mostly on weekends. We are not promising entirely on weekends, but we plan to do it on weekends. This will have a live discussion with the faculty and students on a particular module. This is not a teaching, by the way, because the video content of the teaching will be available to you. This is just for doubt clearing and making sure that the concepts are passed clearly to the students and to answer their queries so that they don't face any challenge during exam. Your internal assessment will have at least 2 assignments per subject for internals, along with forum discussion and quiz for internal assessment. The assignments will be in soft copy. As per the instruction provided for the assignments, you have to submit a PDF of the assignment. Questions will be given to you. Sufficient time will be given to you for submission. Plagiarism is strictly prohibited. If I were to explain the word plagiarism, it means copy pasting. If a copy pasting is found for any assignment, you may be graded 0 for that assignment, or you would be asked to repeat that assignment. Repetition of this would be taken seriously. No plagiarism in submission of assignment. Your semester exams are expected to be in the second half of Jan 2021. Your sessions begin in the second week of September. I have 2 raised hands here. Can you unmute one by one? I will be happy to take their questions.
Hello, sir. This is Arshad.
Yes, Arshad. Please go ahead.
Sir, in this particular, what this Swayam means, Swayam orientation, I can see Swayam portal. What is this Swayam?
Swayam is a learning management system. LMS we call it. Why LMSs are used? For all the, let's say you do a Coursera course. You believe you can see the videos, the contents, everything. Swayam is a similar platform. It is developed by Government of India and is maintained by Government of India. And UGC requests all the online programs to be through Swayam. So it's a learning management system where for you it is one-stop solution for all your course-related data. So you'll find your videos there, the teaching material there, the web resources there, your books there, contents, everything. So that is a Swayam platform. and access is given to the students, and when they are added to the subject, and when they are added to the subject, then only you will see the contents of that subject. So it's basically a one-stop solution for a student for doing this. Have I cleared your question? I hope I have. You can, if not, you can put it in the chat window. Is there any raised hand currently? Host? If, please unmute him. I think there is no raised hand. So I'll go to the next slide, which is actually a thanks slide anyways. Now I would ask all of you, if anybody has any questions on this. If you have any questions related to academics, please mail it to studentconnect@bharatividyapeethonline.com. This would be an ID. You can take a screenshot of this if you want to. If you have any academic related query, related to documents, related to fees, anything, you have to mail it to admission@bharatividyapeethonline.com. What I will do now is I will unmute all of you so that if there is any question or there is a question, now I'll start taking your question. Shubham has a question. Yes, Shubham.
It was a very good afternoon. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
orienting us. So basically, the only question which I have is in the university examination of 70%. So as is clarified that 40% out of that 70% needs to be scored in order to qualify.
Yes.
So just want to ask that university exams will be in MCQs combination.
Yes. So what we suggest, it would be subjective also. But let's say your paper is of 70. So in that 70% is objective questions. 30% would be subjective questions where you have to write. So let's say 50 marks objective, 20 marks subjective. A broad breakup, but that is how it would be. So there would be subjective component to it. It will not be entirely objective.
Basically, short answers, brief answers here and there of 20%, and moreover, it will be like MCQs kind of.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Thank you.
Anikendra, yes, Anikendra.
Sir, one more question, sir. Basically, in exams, the centers of examinations would be declared in advance, sir, or how we would be knowing the centers of examination? Basically, the university is in Pune, but I would be in Bangalore. Examination centers and other things. How can I choose it, or do we have any choice of selecting those examinations?
Yes. So what will happen is a vendor would be finalized, and which is under process, and within few days a vendor would be finalized who has centers all over India. So you don't have to travel to Pune, that's for sure. And a center nearby your location would be suggested for you, and we will finalize that center for you. So there is no pressure on that part. At times you may have to travel a bit, but would be because Bangalore itself, you can go from one location. I've been in Bangalore, and at times it takes 2 hours to travel from one location to another. So
exactly, sir.
Exactly. So, yes, I have experienced. My friend was not able to reach his home, but I took a flight and I was able to reach in Pune. So that things can happen in Bangalore. So yes, so you would have test centers around your place, and we are freezing that company test center base, and we will communicate suitable test center for you. So don't worry.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot.
I am unmuting Prashil. Prashil, have I unmuted you? Go ahead.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks, God's grace. And
I just wanted to know about the internship part. So if I am currently working in one of my own company, so anything any report, how that thing has to be sufficed?
So what happens is summer internship. Let's understand the reason for it. Why that internship is required. That is a necessity where you experience what you study. You map things. Let's say you study organization structure in your theory. When you go to the industry, you end up seeing various departments, the hierarchy, everything. So the idea of this internship is basically you try and see whatever you have studied and see practically those aspects. So if you are already working in an industry, you would be allowed to take that particular industry. But you may not be interested in that. Let's say you want to do an internship in digital marketing. and you are currently working in a software industry, let's say, for purpose. So you can do an internship in another company where you wish to, and you work for them maybe offline or something. So that depends on you and your choice of subject and choice of topic and interest. So we leave it to you. What would be your topic of interest? But we would need some exposure you have to the industry. You've seen the practical world. That's what is required.
Okay.
Anyways, it's 2 years down the line. Don't take pressure. We'll cross the bridge when we go there.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. Anybody else? Shubham still. Akhilesh, my friend Akhilesh has some questions. Yes, Akhilesh.
Sir, good afternoon.
Go ahead.
Hello, sir, good afternoon.
Yes.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, Akhilesh. Please go ahead.
Sir, good afternoon.
Very
I
good.
just want to ask when this internal assessment take place.
So it is a continuous assessment. So the moment your 3 modules for any course would be completed, an assignment would be sent to you on this, combined on this 3 modules. So you will have to solve some questions in your Word file. You have to write the answers, make a PDF of it, and upload it into Swayam platform, which would be assessed. So it would be continuous assessment as the course progresses. The forum discussion, the case studies, and the assignments will be given to you parallelly. And I would request you to do the internal part on time. As I said, I'll make sure you guys graduate. So we will be behind you. But that is something which I think you should do on time, which will reduce burden on you at the end. Yes, I hope I have answered that question. I have Anisha here. I have unmuted Anisha.
Hi. Yeah, my question is also regarding the exam. So due to my work, I need to travel abroad. So what happens during the exam time? Can I take it online or can we postpone it? Is there a... Okay.
We would love to take online proctored exam. Unfortunately, the UGC guidelines in this context don't allow as of date. Considering Corona situation, things may change, and if they come out with a new guidelines, we'll surely know. But as on date, it stands that you have to give a center-based online exam.
So there won't be any other option other than coming to the centers?
Yes, UGC doesn't allow that.
So in case if I miss any exam, so what happens after that? Can I take it in the next semester kind of like that, or?
Yes, so there is as the backlog paper is, that concept remains similar to your university exam, whatever it is.
Okay.
So you will get the opportunity to appear to the exam.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes. Anybody else has any questions, please? Shubham has a question. Yes, Shubham.
Just a small question. What percentage of UE university exam will be from the curriculum of the modules, and how many will be industry based, spontaneous types?
So I have not set your paper as of now, so I cannot comment.
No. In general, how has it been happening?
It would be the idea is to test the concept, and none of the concept would be outside the curriculum what we have discussed. Yes, application. We would like to make it application based so that it brings more interest to you as well as us, and the learning improves. The moment you are going into a management courses, the application of knowledge is primary importance. You just do the maths of it, and that doesn't work actually. As a manager, someday you will have to take decisions. So
of course.
I would believe my paper should actually be all application based, but it won't be that way. So I don't want to answer this question. Actually.
Fair enough, sir. Like I got your message. And your paper, as in, sir, are you going to specifically conduct any module or any subject?
I love finance, so I hope some way I'll contribute to your BBA course somewhere in finance. I'm an investment banker by profession, then turned faculty. So I hope somewhere I'll touch upon with you. Yeah, in finance. I have unmuted someone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm not able to unmute one student.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Banti Rajesh Chavan here. Am I audible?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. I just have one question. Not sure whether it would be relevant with this particular presentation or not. But I just wanted to know how much. How it would be accredited. It would be accredited worldwide for this BBA course, and the I believe there are some points which are considered for visa and all. So how much points would be considered for this particular BBA course?
So I have not sure in terms of points for this BBA course, but it is an UGC approved full-time BBA course. So it is as good as any BBA course you do from any university. This is first of its kind. So the approvals for this kind of courses were given in January. So so be rest assured of the approvals part of it. To answer to your specific point of how much it is calculated in terms of visa, I'm just not sure as of now to answer that question. So I won't comment actually. I would not answer that specific question. But it is as good as you doing BBA from Mumbai University. So it's parallel. So there's no problem. Zuhaib is here.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah, my question is not relevant to this, but I just wanted to know, this is the first batch of BBA relevant to this course, online BBA course. Are we the first batch?
So we started this, as I said, the approvals for online were given to by UGC to universities to conduct BBA and MBA courses in January. We started the January batch, but we started the January batch with MBA. For BBA, you are the first batch, but our MBA batch is running for Jan batch.
Thank you.
Yeah, but the first batches are the best batches. I love them. Actually, you are the first one.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you're the pioneers. So I'll make sure all of you become graduates. Somebody here? Yes, yes, Karan.
सर जैसे मैं पहले आईपी यूनिवर्सिटी से बीबीए कर रहा था, वहां पर जैसे बीबीए इन जनरल भी था, बीबीए बीएनआई था, बीबीए इन मार्केटिंग था, तो उसमें कई सारे प्रिसीजन थे. तो हम सिर्फ बीबीए इन जनरल करें या हमारे पास और भी कोई ऑप्शन है कि बीबीए हम बैंकिंग एंड इंश्योरेंस में भी कर सकते हैं या बीबीए इन मार्केटिंग में भी कर सकते हैं?
So current approval for us is in BBA in general. So it's a general BBA, not in any specific specialization.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Sir, yeah. Do we have any fast track or any speed track for this BBA course, sir, or else we need to do for continuous 3 years kind of thing?
So it's continuous 3 years full-time program. There is no fast track. There is no fast track.
Okay.
Unless you time travel, there is no fast track. Sorry.
Okay. Actually, I was just looking out for something like a combo kind of thing for BBA plus MBA kind of thing, where in few other universities I have seen like there are few courses as a fast track and whereas MBA is as a normal track. So I was just checking whether this option is available here.
For us, we are very particular with to have it UGC approved, and we don't want to be a course or a degree which doesn't actually qualify for any jobs or something which we hand over, but it doesn't stands for any jobs or that kind of. So this is a UGC approved course, and so that's why it cannot be fast track.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Anybody has any questions, please raise your hand and I'm happy to answer them.
Hello. So this is Shubham again.
Yeah.
Just one question, sir. Is there any cutoff thing in BBA in terms of points or marks to be eligible for MBA program as well within Bharati Vidya?
Good question. Irrespective of Bharati or not, you have to score 50% in your BBA to be eligible for MBA. And I wish all of you to see you in my MBA batch as well, the moment you are cleared from a BBA. So make sure your CGPA is 50%. So you have scored 50% and above. That is, your CGPA is 6. If you have 6 in the CGPA in this BBA course, you would be eligible for an MBA course.
All right, sir. Thank you. So just one more question additionally. So basically, so is there any apart from MBA, is there online certified UGC certified program for dual MBA as well available in BV? Bharati Vidyapeeth? Dual MBA, DUAL.
Dual MBA, I would say I have not seen. Unfortunately, I have not seen. We have a brick and mortar MBA. We have a distance MBA and we have an online MBA. I have not seen dual MBA.
And this online is as credible in the market as this distance and brick and mortar according to you, sir?
Yes,
because you just mentioned that.
That's why I said. That's why I said it's an UGC approved full-time
That's
MBA course. So that
that's the
is the
most crucial thing. I also
most
believe
crucial
it
part of
because sir, I have been a victim of a college, a fancy, beautiful Bombay college. I won't name it because there are other people as well hearing. So I have been a victim of it. They exaggerated too much about their program and everything, and they in fact lied straightforward. I had my father standing beside me in front of him. They clearly stated that it's UGC approved and all of that, and ultimately turned out to be diploma. And and they also another fellow who just questioned about fast track. So they had offered me fast track, in fact, fast track too, sir. So it was BBA plus MBA 2 plus 2 years, 4 years, and ultimately it all turned out to be scam, and I ended up wasting my 4 years. However, because they were very fancy, I was able to get recruited as an intern for an internship in one of the MNC company known as Dun & Bradstreet in Mumbai, and basis on that 5 months internship certificate, I got a good job in digital marketing segment. Actually, I had cracked interview in 3 companies. I proceeded with digital marketing sector, and since then I am stuck with this organization, and now I'm earning very good, very healthy package. And in between, I had also left the organization and approached for startup. But when I left the organization for 1 year in 2017, I did my startup, which was failed. I realized that now I won't have any organization to offer me job because I don't have papers. Like I don't have certificates to display as a
I understand your problem. You have seen the
this
light.
is the reason. Yeah. So this is the reason, sir. I am very, very much keen to score very well in this program BBA.
So as I said,
and ultimately do dual MBA. So that will justify my tragedy a bit. If I do dual MBA, I'll feel very happy. In fact, Jaro Education also assured me that if you do it very well, we'll pitch for you in colleges like Wellinger and all, so that you get dual MBA from them. So
as I said, to answer your moot question, it's an UGC approved program. So rest assured of the degree. It is offered by a NAC A grade university.
Yeah.
Very few in India are NAC A plus grade. Bharati Vidyapeeth University is one of those. And we have a huge setup. There is no question about degree per se. So rest assured of that part. I'm unmuting Harshad. Yes, Harshad.
Hello.
Yes, Harshad. Please tell me.
Sir, I have a question regarding exams which will be held after every semester. So what will be the time span of those exams?
Ideally, it should be somewhere between 1.5 to 2 hours. That's what we are planning. It would be, as I said, we would decide that on the quantum of subjective part we put in the exam. But I see in the exam, 30% would be subjective. So ideally, it would be 1.5 to 2 hours max. Nothing beyond 2 hours, that's for sure.
Yeah, okay. Thank you,
If
sir. Thank
lesser the better, but not beyond 2 hours.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
I'm so happy to listen to all of you, and I'm still open for any questions you have, so that once we start with a clean slate, with all our questions resolved. Yes, Karan, go ahead.
सर अभी कुछ टाइम पहले मुझे पता चला जैसे आपकी ये यूनिवर्सिटी में एक एग्जीक्यूटिव एमबीए का भी एक ऑप्शन है
इन विद्यापीठ या
भारतीय विद्यापीठ और विद वेलिंगटन.
Wellinger will have its own executive MBA. So this is regarding Bharati Vidyapeeth. Okay.
ये उन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए जिन्होंने ग्रेजुएशन के बाद 6 to 7 years उन्होंने किसी फील्ड में काम किया होता है, तभी वो एग्जीक्यूटिव एमबीए के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं.
So executive MBA are those, and the selection procedure is very tough in terms of executive MBA. The work ex has to be relevant, depending on the program, obviously, but the work ex has to be relevant. And
so I'm already working as a freelance interior designer for past 9 years. So क्या वो consider होगा उस base पे?
The problem with an executive MBA, I'll tell you, it's good if you want to grow, need an MBA for growing in an organization. Normally, an executive MBA is preferred by an executive who was a technical person, became a project manager in an organization, and the organization is trying to fund that for him to attain the management aspect. But if you are looking for a degree which would be used for you in terms of switching or applying for different jobs which are MBA based qualification, then your executive MBA may not stand. Then it's better to go for a full-time MBA. Choice is yours, but that's how it is.
Okay, so what is the duration of the normal MBA
2 years.
and the executive MBA?
I'm not sure, but it could be 1 year to 2 years to 18 months.
I heard it's around 16 months.
1/6.
Yes, sir. 16.
So as I said, it could be from PGP certificate course, which is of less than only of 11 months to as long as 24 months. Anything in between, depending upon the college, how they set up their program. But that's why I said the use is very essential. Why you want to do it, the criteria is just to add to your degree, or you want something which is recognizable. That is. I have Anish here. I'll unmute Anish. Yes, Anish.
Hi, sir. Yeah, thanks for your sessions and all. And my question is here, you have mentioned the project works on the 4th semester. Yeah, the project is an individual project kind of things, or it's a team-based or kind
It's
of?
an individual project, like a summer internship. It's an individual project, your own project. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Anish, for that question. Gaurav, I'll unmute. Gaurav hasn't spoken. He is the first one to join, but hasn't spoken. Yes, Gaurav.
Hello, sir. So I have 3-4 questions. So first is, do we have to give any entrance exam for MBA after completing this course, or it will be as on passing scores kind of thing?
So if you are depending upon the selection criteria as that, because you have 3 years now. So if the traffic there is huge, then obviously, see, exams, entrance and everything is conducted with a view of filtering the student. So it would be based on that. But if not entrance, a college can set up internally some criteria of marks. If not entrance, but we'll say that internally that this, we would like to see a candidate above this percentage to join based on the criteria. So rest assured of that, just do BBA in a sincere way. I need 1 hour of yours daily. Maybe if you can put to this course, I think you would be good enough for an MBA program.
Thank you, sir. My next question will be how the result pattern kind of thing. For example, for internal assessment, do we get immediate results the next day kind of thing, wherein we will get some time to improve ourselves? Like, for example, we are giving exams, internal exams, and we are getting immediate results. So we will get to know where are we right now actually, where we need improvements on the scores.
Quizzes are there. Maybe those quizzes results would be immediate because those would be MCQ based. Finally, if you see internal assessment as a whole, we may get it at the end of the year itself, because we would like to keep some class participation component. So subjective component, if you understand, it's not objective. Where it's 0 or 1. So subjective component would be there in internals. Especially assignments have to be corrected by the faculties and then the marks. For some components which are objective type components, which can be easily guessed by, so it's easily graded by the system itself, you will receive it promptly. For some other parts, you may have to wait.
Okay.
Okay,
sir.
If you submit your assignments on time, I don't see any reason why you should be worried about internal.
Okay, sir. So that's all from my side, sir.
Thank you very much, Gaurav.
Yeah.
As Gaurav, you're punctual in entering the room. If you're punctual in the submission of the assignment, I'm okay. Yes, Harshit, will unmute you.
Sir, actually, I'm really sorry to ask this question, but apart from this QA session, is there anything that you have to inform regarding this? Because I'm stuck in another meeting, and from that meeting, I have came to attend this session.
So you can go ahead. I'm done with my initial briefing to you to give a long-term picture of what will happen through you in this BBA. And then I'll occasionally come back with monthly or let's say once in 2 months for this kind of open class discussion, I would say, to clarify your doubts and to make sure, as I said, my responsibility is to make sure all of you come out with flying colors after BBA. So I would make sure you know stuff. Anyways, if you miss anything or you have a query, I have given you the email IDs where you have to meet. So from my side, I am done. I'm just answering the student queries so that I don't want anybody unanswered going from this session. So for me, it's done. For you, it's your choice to be in the room or to leave. You're free.
I can free. Okay, then. Thank you very much for this session. Okay, nice meeting you, sir.
Yeah, God bless. Yes, anybody has any question?
Just one question. Will all the recordings, including this orientation, it will be shared with us over our email.
Orientation is being recorded. How we will share, we'll see. Whether we put it in the Swayam platform after you get the links. Yes.
Fair enough. Mostly everything is going to be in LMS, all the videos, right?
So
Will be
that
shared.
video would be there. As I said, we bring in both the components. One is the video session, which gives you a leeway to look at the concepts in the subject as per your time duration, as per your free. And then we will be having live discussion as well, each module based in a subject, ideally each module or 2 modules at a time, which can be said to be a class discussion or doubt clearing sessions. And contents of this also would be recorded and uploaded.
Thank you, sir. So basically, because we all are working, it will be it will be quite flexible in terms of our time.
Right.
Necessarily, we don't have to attend the lectures, right? Or,
Lectures are obviously online recorded, but this class discussion, I would say, you'd better make some time out to be in that class discussion session. So it will add value.
We will be
Whenever
definitely.
you're available.
But there is no a mandatory kind of thing for attendance, right? To be clear.
So the mandatory part in terms of us would be your time spent on viewing those videos. So the Swayam system itself calculates what is the time students have spent. So I would advise you to spend time on this and look at those videos, because that statistics gets recorded. So it's good for you. I don't want you to come directly to the exam without looking at any videos. Yeah,
sounds great.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Like, how would be the results announced on your Bharti website, or how would be the results declaration will be done, sir?
It would be done through standard process of as university announces results. It would be through our website, and information would be communicated to you to look at your results, as well as as the technology develops, the results can be in your inboxes as well. I don't know, that can happen.
Sure, sir. Okay, thank you.
I think I have answered most of the queries, and I have spent an hour with you guys understanding. I see a bright batch eager to learn and understand and go to in this world of management, and would be happy. Although, as I said, there is a time as we start this, but we would like to schedule some webinars which are inspirational in nature, or life stories of successful people becoming and narrating their stories of how they build their career. And we will try to fill in this gap as we start with our online sessions by second week of September. Thank you very much, all of you. And one last question, Zohaib, as we will be getting our certificate after clearing each subject, or how it is? No, it's like your university. You get a certificate after you clear the semester. After semester exam, you'll get it. It's not about subject. Thank you, all of you. God bless and stay safe.